we're going to begin with breaking news and Russian hackers are accused of trying to steal research from several institutions developing a COVID-19 vaccine. The UK, the US and Canada say hackers are, quote, almost certainly part of Russian intelligence services. It's alleged they've been targeting academic and pharmaceutical institutions since the start of the pandemic. OK, let's go live to Paul Brennan in London. Let's talk about this situation first of all. What more do we know?
Well, there's a lot of attention about Russia's cyber attacks and activities in the recent days, and there'll be more next week as well. But looking at this specific claim and this specific report, I have the document in front of me. It's an advisory that's been issued by the UK's National Cyber Security Centre. It's 14 pages long. And what it essentially says is that a hacker group called Apt29, also known in some circles as the Dukes and perhaps better known to the general public as Cozy Bear, has been throughout 2020 mounting a wide range of cyber attacks, scanning organizations for vulnerabilities. We're talking about governmental organizations, diplomatic, think tanks and healthcare organizations, scanning those organizations for vulnerabilities. And among the organizations that have been targeted by this group, according to this advisory, are organizations that are involved in developing a vaccine for coronavirus, for COVID-19. What it says in the advisory is that Apt29 has targeted organizations responsible for vaccine development in both the UK, the United States and in Canada. And why? Well, they say it's highly likely with the intention of stealing information and intellectual property relating to the development and testing of vaccines. They've been using a whole range of various custom-made malware, such as WellMess and WellMail, and also spear phishing as well, which targets individuals and tries to get them to give over details. And it's a very serious allegations. In fact, the director of the National Cyber Security Centre here in the UK has described it as despicable. Yeah, so it's really serious stuff.
OK, I want to come back to you in a second, Paul, but let's go over to Kimberly Hockett, who's our White House correspondent. Kimberly, what kind of reaction is the US having to this? Because, of course, it was one of the countries that allegedly has been targeted by this group.
Yeah, you know, this story really has just developed, and there has been no reaction thus far, except that the National Security Agency has confirmed it. But Paul did already report that. So really the details that are out right now, I can reiterate, is that, you know, for a long time, the U.S. president has touted that a vaccine is imminent. Certainly this is going to be a concern, that the fact that there is this group, APT29, also known as Cozy Bear, that may be undermining those efforts. As Paul reported, Russia may be working not just in the United States, not just in the UK, but also in Canada. This is something that has been corroborated by intelligence services in all three nations. And the concern is that these are techniques that many people fall prey to very easily, even those that have been warned in advance. Spear phishing, for example, sophisticated malware. And again, this has been confirmed to be part of the Kremlin intelligence services. So given the fact that there has been this ongoing fear of interference in the United States, whether it be the 2016 U.S. election, whether it be fear about the 2020 election, or whether it be fear about vaccine research, the concern is that this would hinder the development of a vaccine, something that right now officials say is not the case, but certainly the susceptibility, the fact that there may be intelligence that has already been retrieved as a result of these sophisticated techniques, that is going to be a concern of the Trump administration.
Exactly, and of course, the hacking is a big issue at the moment, particularly because we saw that significant hack of Twitter just in the last few hours, which they're continuing to diagnose. But for now, Kimberly Hockett, thank you very much indeed. I want to go back to Paul Brennan in London. Let's move on a little bit, but it's around about the same theme. Allegations from the UK that Russia has sought to influence the UK elections. What more can you tell us about that?
Yes, it's important to see this COVID-19 attack or vulnerability scanning as part of a bigger picture here. Just today, the Foreign Secretary here in the UK, Dominic Raab, has come out and announced that there's evidence that there was Russian interference, attempted interference in the 2019 general election here in the UK. How? Well, the statement, he says, the government's concluded it is almost certain that Russian actors sought to interfere through the online amplification of illicitly acquired and leaked government documents. The documents we're talking about here are US-UK trade documents, which appeared to show, well, certainly Labour claimed, the opposition party claimed they showed that the NHS, the health service, was up for sale. Well, once those documents were leaked, it appears, according to the government, that Russian agents, Russian actors, then sought to give that credibility and give that momentum by way of influencing the outcome of the election. And the other part of it, of course, is as well, we're waiting for the results of the publication of a report by Britain's Intelligence and Security Committee, which is due to report next week, although it could have reported months ago, but it's a long delayed report into whether or not there was any Russian interference in the 2016 Brexit vote and the 2017 general election. So there's 3 elections, 3 votes here in the UK that Russia may have had an influence over. And you can see that it's not just about Cozy Bear targeting coronavirus vaccines. There is a bigger picture here that is causing grave concern for intelligence and cybersecurity experts.
Paul, the timing of this is interesting as well, because, of course, it's coming on the basis of some changes within the government in relation to the way that intelligence is handled. And also this is moving forward, as you say, as part of wider investigations into longer-term allegations of Russian interference.
Yes, I mean, that report, that long-awaited, long-delayed report could have been published before the 2019 general election. That's the report into the Brexit vote and the 2017 general election. And there was a lot of angst by the chairman of that committee when it was prevented from publishing the report before the 2019 general election. The committee chairman felt there was a lot of information in there that the voters really should know. It was stopped from being published. Lots of question marks about that. Now, though, the government, Boris Johnson, the Prime Minister, wanted to install a chairman of his choice on that committee, with the belief, it seems, from outside circles, that it was to kind of water down the outcome of the findings. However, Boris Johnson was outmanoeuvred. A chairman has been voted in who is not a pet of the Conservative Party here in the UK. And so the report will be published next week, and we are waiting with some keen interest as to exactly what it's going to say.